Welcome back guys. I'm Mike Hanselman and today I am going to mount the HEX Wasp on top of the Springfield Armory Hellcat. So I'm just dumping out the components here that I need to actually mount my optic. Now this optic, the HEX Wasp, it is designed specifically for the Hellcat. You can see this gun is unloaded. I don't have a magazine or anything in here. So I'm just going to close my action right here and that way we can get started. The first step you have to do is remove that cover plate right here. Now I've already found the correct tip that I'm going to need for it. So I like using this Wheeler Pro tool right here. This is a torque wrench. So when I actually hit my settings of how tight it should be, it's going to automatically skip or let me know that I've reached that, desired tightness. So we're going to remove that. Everything's rolling around on me. I'm sorry it's a little dark right here. I'm actually doing this in a random room right now instead of where I would normally be working, but we should still be able to see everything pretty good. So the screws that I already removed and that cover right here, you don't need those anymore. So I'm just setting those off to the side. As far as the supplied hardware that you're going to get with a firearm right here, I don't actually need to utilize this right now either because I am using my wrench. So I just got rid of that bag. I don't actually need that right now. All right, so the tools that I am going to need, I'm just going to set these up out of the way so we have everything. Let's start with the battery. To apply the battery, there's a plus side, so positive, and a negative side. The negative side is going to actually go inside here. Positive side is going to stick up. So when you mount it inside there, it should look just like that. So nothing fancy. Now what you're going to do is set that right on top of the firearm where it's designed to go. And when you do it, you should have a little bit of tension that you're going to feel, like a springiness. If you just hold it down, it's going to stay there. And now you can verify the holes. Let's see if we can get that in focus a little better. And all right, so I'm just using a flashlight off my cell phone right now so you guys can see this a little better. It's bright enough in here for me to actually see what I'm doing, but you guys can't see it as well. So what I'm going to do is just show you that. So right here is the screw holes, and I'm going to use the supplied screws that come with it. Now, these little screws are not the ones that I removed. These are separate. So what I'm going to do is just put them in place. I'm not going to tighten them down yet. All I'm doing is setting them in. Now, the reason I'm doing that, and I'll bring that back over so you guys can see it, is I want to actually start threading these in. So I'm going to use my tool. And because I read the owner's manual already for this, I know it should be about 15 pounds of pressure. So what I'm going to do, then these are inch pounds, okay? So what I'm going to do is just start tightening this. And when I do it, I'm going to go back and forth. I'm not going to tighten the left one and then the right one. I'm going to just start wiggling them both down so it's pulling down equally on it. And you can, sorry, my hand was in the way. All right, guys, so I do have the flashlight on here. I'm sorry about the light. The ring light the other day ended up blowing somehow, so I don't have that right now, and I'm just using my cell phone flashlight to show you. So I did put the screws in there, and you can see they're sitting right in here. They're not actually on there or tightened down, and what I'm going to do is start with one of them and just give it a couple turns. Now move over to the other and give it a couple more turns. When I do that, I am using the Wheeler tool, which you guys will see, and this is the Wheeler Pro. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth for this. I don't want to tighten down just one side and then try to tighten the other. What I want to do is pull this optic down equally with pressure. So that's why I'm going back and forth. Now for this tool, once you actually hit the amount of pressure that it takes to lock this down, which is 15 inch pounds, it's going to click for me. And I have it where it's tight. I'm starting to get some resistance. So what I'm going to do is put that in, and I'm just going to finish going until we hear that click. Okay. Was able to go a little further. Let's see about this side. Hasn't clicked yet. We're going to come right over here. I'll move it so you guys can maybe get a better view to it and just start turning. And there we go. We just heard that click, and you could see it almost like skipped. That side did the same thing, which means that my optic is now down with the pressure of 15 inch-pounds, so I shouldn't have to do anything. There was already some Loctite on there. You could always use some additional Loctite if you wanted to make sure you do have a great, hold to it. As far as the optic and actually seeing the dot in here, this is going to be pretty hard, so let me see if I can get behind the camera a little bit and show you guys. Get the light out of here, that might actually help us too. All right, so there's our dot. See if we can see it again at a different angle maybe. There it is. It looks really weird, almost as if it's like flickering through the camera. When I just draw it up and I'm looking, I don't see it flicker, but in the camera I saw that it did look like that. But there you go. There's the Springfield Hellcat, and that is mounted with the HEX Wasp optic right there. I'm pretty excited to take this out and go shoot it. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure if you guys like a different brand optic or something, leave it down in the comments. If you guys are someone who doesn't carry this firearm, but you've been interested in this firearm, leave it down in the comments. Let me know what your EDC is and how different it is compared to this little gun right here. Take care. Thanks for watching.